do inverse functions, you have to remember what actual functions are. You guys remember that?
No.
Excellent. All right. When you have... Morning.
Where were you yesterday?
Okay. When you have f of x equals, what does that mean?
Y.
Basically means it works the same as y. Okay.
No, I mean Y.
But it works the same as y. If I have f of x equals x squared, what does that mean?
That's a function.
That's a function. What is a graph?
That's a parabola.
Graph's a parabola. What does f of 2 equal in that case?
2 is x.
2 is x, so you put in the 2 for
X
that.
squared, or 2 squared.
Yep, it equals 4. What does f of 25 equal in this case?
X is 625.
Excellent. It's 25 squared, which is 625.
Wait, is that it?
Here. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
very good. What would f of Eli equal?
Eli squared.
Eli squared. Do we know what that means? I don't.
I do.
Multiple Eli's. So whatever you got there, whatever you plug in.
Y squared equals stop it.
All right, definition of a function.
Oh, I didn't hear me.
That's how the notation works. The definition of a function is you have exactly one y for each x. How do you test a function? How do you test a function? Do you remember what you do when you're looking at staring at a graph and you're wondering if it's a function?
You do the vertical line test.
Plug in a random point will get you values. What am I saying?
Vertical line test.
Vertical line test. Vertical line test. All right. Take a moment for you guys to get that, and then I will put a function up there. We'll stare at it and see what it looks like. Let me know when I can start working on a graph here.
Never.
Never. Keep dreaming. All right.
No.
No, not yet.
Don't say you're all right yet.
All right, so far it's nothing new.
Are you wearing shorts under your sweatpants? Yeah.
She always does.
Don't worry, it's not
For risk of having
sumo underwear.
You're
It's not that down often.
All right?
and send your emails.
No.
Yes. I'm ready to start
If
graphing.
I wear sweatpants, I always wear shorts underneath. Okay.
People are likely to
And people like to dance to me. That's you.
Has this happened recently? I wear shorts under my clothing.
No. I feel like you're hairy if you don't wear sweatpants.
All right.
It's revealing.
No, I wasn't reading.
I think shorts,
Especially if you go
more
commando.
comfortable seats.
I'll keep that in mind. Although,
I'm getting out of go.
Because I'm cold and these seats are cold.
okay. Vertical line test. First of all,
Can you go back?
No.
not in a minute I will. Okay, looking at this parabola. This is y equals 1/2 x squared. All right. It is a function. I know it's a function because it always passes the vertical line test. That's way too fast. So I'm going to go from good practice for the game later.
Oh, I feel bad for that girl. What was that? She was
That
taking a
was
picture of James's penguin. What?
Oh,
Okay,
I just
alright.
turned around and saw a flash.
I feel bad for that fruit. I
the
don't
fire
know.
alarm goes off.
Is it weird to feel bad for a fruit?
Yes.
Depends on the kind of fruit.
take a look up here. We've got a vertical line. What is the vertical line test? Okay, you gotta stop.
Okay.
The line doesn't touch
You just get
it
that
in two places.
Okay, guys, what does the vertical line test tell you about a function?
It only touches
If there's
the line at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it only touches at one point. You should get only one vertical line.
No,
Don't worry, hang on.
I can't read your handwriting.
Here.
It's okay. He's had enough again.
Okay,
Eli,
the vertical line only touches the function at one point for all of the function's domain. What does that mean?
As long as it goes.
As long as it goes from left to right. Domain is all x's. So as far as it goes from x to right, you can only imagine the vertical line touching at one point. Another way to put this is you only have one dependent result for each value of the independent variable. Remember what I mentioned before. Rene Descartes invented this system where the horizontal axis almost always represented time. When you're doing an experiment, time is your ultimate independent variable.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't speed it up, you can't slow it down, so you always put... Yeah, Ken?
Yeah, he invented this when he was high.
Well, he started thinking of it when he was on a mushroom trip, most likely. Not intentionally taking mushrooms, but you took your chances at a bed and breakfast in England or in France or Holland in 1600.
I think it's food poisoning.
Most likely. You have an independent variable. He said the dependent variable would be up here. And as the example I usually use is if this represents, say, boiling water, if you wait 2.5 seconds and check the temperature of your boiling water, you only expect to get one temperature as your answer.